Well, looky here. We're back with more The Council. It's been a forever and a half, and I apologize that it's taken this long, but we're going to finish this game. We're going to finish this game on this channel because I'll be damned. I'll be damned if I have another finally trying to beat The Council. Like, I just can't have that. I simply cannot have that. So we're going to finish this. And I know it's not, not that popular or whatever on the channel, but hey, it is what it is. And I think I might be juggling this episode, or not this episode, but this series or this game with like a different game. Who knows? But I'm determined to finish it, okay? We start these things to finish it. Darkest Dungeon was an utter failure. I will revisit that. But Niche, if you're following along on this channel, Niche is done, okay? So two for three ain't bad. Just assuming we finish this one, which we will. So we're going to finish The Council, okay? It's just what's going to happen. It's going to happen. All right, let's do this thing. Also, I haven't played this since October, so I don't remember. I don't remember much of this. So this is going to be a treat.
Right. It's time we spoke about your mother, Louis.
Oh, we're going. Oh, we're already going. Didn't I already talk about this? I did this already, didn't I? Okay, well maybe this is a second chance. I have a second chance at life. I can do this better than I did before. Pose your questions to Mortimer. It's time we spoke about your mother. What did I do before? Oh, what does any of this mean? I forget. I'm gonna say this.
She isn't missing, you know.
What? What do you mean?
My mother has left traces in every nook and cranny of your island, my lord. She's definitely here. Now, what worries me most is why she doesn't show herself.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities, and yours, in the Golden Order. I thought we had everything to gain by working together.
You mean the canon deal with Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How did you hear about that?
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
I see. So impetuous. He was supposed to let me speak to you about it first. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing to properly equip his army. I took it upon myself to back him because I have a firm conviction that he can go far. Yet he told me that you had spoken and that you hadn't been able to reach an understanding.
That's putting it mildly. Monsieur Bonaparte is one of those guys who only understands people who think like he does.
Ah, I see what you mean. He is indeed rather inflexible when it comes to certain subjects. But I am still of the opinion that you can manage to get along.
We shall see. However, there's one thing that surprises me.
Hey, sorry about that, everyone. I had to adjust my settings for the volume real quick. Sorry about that. So I said, there's one thing that surprises me. Did my mother sell arms, weaponry, to Napoleon Bonaparte? Why help the lieutenant? All very valid and good questions. You can only choose one. So I'm going to say, why did she sell arms to begin with? Because if I remember correctly, which again, my memory is shoddy at this in general, but if I remember correctly, general being Napoleon, pun was stupid. Anyways, if I remember correctly, my mom is an occultist person, cult person, so why would she need to help Napoleon?
Did my mother intend to finance a war? I'm not sure that I follow.
No, your mother's aim was not so much to partake in a war, but rather to make Monsieur Bonaparte accountable. France is in turmoil, and having the support of a military man can often come in handy, Louis. You'll see. Once this deal was closed, I had big plans for Sarah.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on my island to present them with a project at the conference. It will be presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play, and I still think so. I was hoping Sarah would be able to join us.
I see.
Indeed, if by chance your mother decided not to return to us before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending? If only to follow the deliberations while waiting for her to duly take her seat.
Why not? We shall see.
Ah, thank you so much. In this way, you'll be able to keep your mother informed of what he said. There's something else I'd like to briefly go over. Earlier, you asked me the official reason for your mother's presence here. Is there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
So, hold on. We're just going to accept we have a wandering mother on this island. We're just going to accept that. She's running loose, running rampant around this island of this Mr. Mortimer. We're not going to just, investigate that by sending a search and rescue squad of this woman with dementia just going around, poking her head where it doesn't belong. Off the record, why did she come here? She came here because... Oh boy, I just don't remember. I don't remember. And you know what? I'm just going to answer truthfully.
If only my mother trusted me, but she remained very mysterious. I'd have been delighted to answer your question.
Is this usual for her?
As head of the Order, secrets are her bread and butter, as you can imagine. That said, it's the first time she hasn't let me in on the reason for her trip. And it intrigues me, to tell you the truth.
Well, I am sure that Sarah will explain everything once she reappears. There's something I still don't get. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
Also, that parrot is like tripping over a lot of this dialogue, and it's kind of annoying. Maybe she's wary of someone. She might have discovered something. Maybe she lost her mind. I think she may have lost her freaking mind. No, she may have discovered something. However, do we want to be this honest? Do we want to be this honest and open about our thoughts to this Mortimer, even if he seems to be approachable? She's wary of someone. I'm going to... Either way, this does imply that I know more than I'm letting on. So I'm just going to go with this one.
Her not coming back to the manor after so long makes me wonder if she is wary of someone.
Well, certainly. But whom? The only ones who were present during her stay were Sir Gregory, Duchess Hillsborough, Mr. von Wollner, and myself.
Oh, goodness. Now this is a litmus test for memory, because I have no clue. Okay, Duchess Hillsborough. I know her. She's the woman that was with me who helped me decipher some things. Gregory Holm is highwayman guy. Mortimer is him. Wollner is who, I forget. Adams was here. Adams is I don't remember either. Oh boy. I don't know. Who am I gonna throw shade on? I'm just spilling some tea. Who am I gonna throw shade on? Who catches this tea? I'm going to say... Oh God, I don't know. But let's make it interesting. Why not just point it back at him?
My lord, I'm obliged to ask this question, but please don't take offense to it.
You wondered if Sarah was wary of me. It just so happens that I've been asking myself the very same question. Because I can't explain why Sarah didn't come to see me, knowing how influential I am. But to your point, I can't imagine she would be. Although I am obviously not the best person to answer that question.
Thank you. I had to ask.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. At the beginning of her stay here, we enjoyed spending time together, solving the world's problems.
Enough about her. What of her disappearance? What did you speak together, huh? Well, if you're so comfortable, let on what you all talked about.
You seem to know my mother very well, my lord. What did you talk about together?
Oh, as soon as we had a little free time, we liked to share points of view about practically any subject. We would find ourselves embarked on interminable discussions that could go from Monsieur Blanchard's flight in a hot air balloon to the Treaty of Jassy, or the adoption of the metric system in France last year, or even Mr. Eli Whitney's invention in the United States.
Damn. Okay, well, I know this one.
The armistice between the Russians and the Turks. Russia's come out of it having officially won Crimea, which gives it direct access to the Black Sea.
And, at the same time, the Mediterranean Sea. I'm worried about the decisions Tsarina Catherine might decide to take. She's a woman who managed to get rid of her husband to accede to the upper reaches of power. Gaining access to the Mediterranean Sea remains her main objective. When she still had that dear Potemkin as her lover, I could always find out about her intentions, but those days are over.
Grigory Potemkin?
You're speaking of Grigory Alexandrovich Potemkin?
The very man. The little devil behind the mother of all Russians. Since his death, I know absolutely nothing of what the Tsarina is up to.
Oh, really?
Ah, yes. I didn't mean to shock you. Please forgive me. Let's just say that, in my position, it is often advantageous to know about the habits and customs of world leaders.
I'm surprised she didn't get you started on the Crusades. It was her favorite subject.
Huh, are you joking? Sarah and I spent entire days together reliving them. It so happens that the Crusades are also my subject of predilection, especially the third. My ancestor distinguished himself brilliantly during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Oh, and I don't know anything apparently. All right, well, I don't know anything about the Crusades, so I guess this conversation's over.
Unfortunately, my lord, the Crusades are not my chosen field.
Well, it doesn't matter. You have plenty of time to learn. Your mother is a very well-read woman. You're quite lucky to have her as a model, Louis.
Yes, I know, but I'm still very worried.
I must admit, there are worse things to worry about now, Louis.
What do you mean?
Since she disappeared, your mother has been seen once. Her behavior on the evening of your arrival greatly surprised Gregory and myself. She resurfaced to attack Emma, Emily Hillsborough's twin sister, and she shot her with a pistol. Then, before Gregory could intervene, she ran off and disappeared again.
I beg your pardon? Hang on.
That means my vision on the wharf, it was actually happening inside the manor. Mother shot Emily's sister? The very person she came looking for? Why would she do that?
Excuse me, but between that and the childhood of Lady Adams, it's all a bit much for me to cope with. I need to piece it all together again to see things more clearly. You said that you spent a lot of time talking together at the beginning. What happened for that to change?
I'm afraid I haven't much to tell you. The more the days went by, the more she withdrew into herself. She never gave me an explanation, until the day came when she purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a box room upstairs.
Would you allow me to go there?
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
Thank you.
One last thing, although I don't know if there is a connection.
I'm listening.
A gate was forced the other night near the wharf. Nothing serious, just a few small things damaged.
I don't know what that means. Oh, right. I did that because I was investigating something. Well, he's caught me in a couple of lies before, so I'm just gonna wait. Lied to him, excuse yourself, there's no confess. Where's the confess option? Huh. Okay, well, excuse yourself.
Sorry, my lord, but I was searching for leads to my mother. I thought I was hot on her trail and didn't take any precautions.
Well, you could have reported it to a servant. But never mind. I shall put it down to your ardor and anxiety. However, please try to respect my state in future.
I certainly will. Please accept my sincerest apologies.
That's all I can tell you about the disappearance of your mother, Louis. I would like to have been more helpful.
I shall stay on her trail and follow up any leads.
Thank you. We will meet later on to welcome our last guest. In the meantime, I shall get someone to open the box room upstairs for you.
Thank you.
The room was just opposite Mortimer's study.
Well, the objective was to pose questions, and pose we did. Okay, so let us digress. We came here because Mama went missing. We were looking for Mama. We saw some stuff hidden around this manor. Turns out she's gone and she's missing. I'm having deja vus that are not deja vus, apparently. Apparently, they are things that are happening in the future. We saw the death of... Damn, what was her name? Anyways, we saw the death of this one woman who's actually a twin sister of someone else who was raised by John Adams. And my mama killed that person too, apparently. And they tried to accuse me of the murder of the other surviving sister. That didn't go so well because they didn't have enough proof to convict, but no one's going to call the authorities because they are the authorities. So what do I do now? Go to the tower room. Now, do I have a map? I do. Does it show me whose room is whose? Okay. Adam's room. Now, he said... Do I have anything in my journal here? Oh, right. This is Mortimer. Okay, Adams Elizabeth. This is the woman who died and they tried to accuse me of. So, of murdering her. Let's see. Hillsborough. This is Hillsborough. De Roche. That's my mom. Right. Peru. Oh, this is Peru. Doesn't look like... Oh, okay, wait. Where is this guy? Hillsborough. No, that's Emily. Let's see. Von Wollner, a friend of King Frederick William II of Prussia. Von Wollner secretly managed affairs of the state, former pastor and member of the Masonic Lodge. He had all the time he needed to convert his king to this point of view, so he's like the Mason guy. Freemasons. Together they opened their own lodge under the influence of the Rosicrucians, I think. Passionate about the occult sciences and alchemy, he led a war of religion in his country and fiercely combated the ideas of the Enlightenment. A friend of Sir Gregory Home, von Wollner, believes his spiritual alchemy, of which the materia prima is the human soul. All right. And a bunch of items I don't remember collecting. And then we had like level ups and stuff. So this is one fascinating thing about this game was the skilling up system. Like I just can't get over how unique that is. My only real complaint is that in this game there is a clear indication of what is right and what is wrong in terms of making a choice, because they actually say something has failed. I don't really like that in a choice kind of game, only because even if it's true, even if the game or the narrators or the storytellers want you to succeed in a certain element and you fail, they shouldn't tell you that. They should give you an air of mystery of whether there was a possibility for a better outcome, even in failure.
So Jacques Peru?
At least that's my personal philosophy. That line means that's closed. Okay. So go to the tower room. Sorry, I was thinking of the room where opposite of someone there was a different thing. They said like there was a... Okay, this is the tower. Second floor. That's my room. Second floor hallway. Adam's room. Let's go to Adam's room real quick. I just want to get an idea if there's something across from where he's staying. Also, I do want to check everyone else's door just to make sure that I can't break in and rudely intrude myself. I feel like it's always a good idea to intrude
That's me.
in other people's lives so as to get the most out of their stories. Nothing. Okay, and I think that was Adam's room, right? Yeah, that was Adam's room. All right. How do I get to the tower? I'm on the second floor. I'm assuming this is the tower. Let's go up here. Nope, that's not right. What? Where am I going? Half of this game is me just trying to figure out how to get to where. Okay, I'm just going around in circles. What? How do I... Wow, this is taking me an embarrassingly long time. This is why I like recording these games instead of live streaming it. Because if you were to see the extent of which I've scoured one floor, all of you would be roasting me over an open fire. Is this... Can I go here? No. How the heck do I get out of this place? Whoa. What? That was weird. I didn't realize that was a... What? That's the tower room? It didn't show up on my... Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm here. This took me forever to find. Look for clues. Time to mess up.
A ruble.
A ruble. A ruble. A ruble. Royal jelly. Parallel lives. Where is this ruble? Is it just a coin? Did I just collect a coin? Was that what that was? Probably. Carmelite water. Right. Before we do anything, let's check out our items, because if I remember, effort points are important, and I might want to spend some stuff here. So Devil's Thorn reveals immunities, and Carmelite, the next skill is free. Okay, so we're going to be relying on Carmelite water for a bit, depending on what we have to do.
Dante's Paradise. Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
Royal jelly, good. How much is it?
There are burnt papers in the chimney. There's a legible fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting. She says, we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is on to us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So Mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be? Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
I'm just going to take a wild stab in the dark. I think... Let's go back to our character menu. No, sorry. Journals. Yes. I think her accomplice is wild stab in the dark here is going to be Hillsborough. Emily Hillsborough. The person she's most frightened of, wild stab in the dark here, is going to be Von Wallner. I bet. Those are my guesses. Don't hold me to it, but those are my guesses. Restores 2 effort points, Royal Jelly does, so we're going to consume that. Because, I mean, it doesn't hurt to have more of it. Especially because we were at half. Man with a sword. Press right-click to consult your notes. She says, we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith. The man with the sword. Wait, am I the man with the sword? Who's the man with the sword? Ooh. What is this?
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio.
Oh, a man with a sword. Is well known. Good, I know this. Yeah, I need to start involving or investigating or skilling up other stuff here. Let's see. Let's examine the painting
Caravaggio
first.
attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior.
Oh, this will require 3. Okay. Well, we can use Carmelite, right? Carmelite water. Let's not. Let's use it. Let's just spend these
A fierce
first.
opponent of the first Christians, St. Paul is suddenly struck by the call of Jesus Christ and converts. It's the best known conversion in Christian history, which teaches us that even enemies of Christ can be saved, and even become his greatest apostles after finding faith. From what I can recall, the account of his conversion could be found in the epistles to the Galatians, the Philippians, the Corinthians, and the Acts of the Apostles.
Let's examine this once more, just to make sure we've exhausted all of our options here.
Caravaggio attained a magnificent
Okay,
command
we've
of
seen
black
this. Okay, leave. Huh. Let's just go through this door, I suppose.